The fourth observation of mine was overall, and of course there are exceptions to this, overall how compassionate the CBP officers are. Many of them are Hispanic themselves. They all understand that the vast majority of these people coming over are coming over to work and to find work and to have better lives, even though obviously they're breaking the law trying to get in. But I mean, they're coming over to try to improve their lot in life, and they treat them. And I know you're going to think, okay, well, you had cameras there, so of course they treated these people very nicely. But a lot of times we didn't have cameras there. I mean, we were spread out all over the place looking for stories, and how compassionately and respectfully most of these officers treated most of these people most of the time. Obviously, not all the time, but that really impressed me. And along those lines, I want to show you a short clip of another story we did. This is at the San Ysidro border crossing, just south of San Diego. This is the busiest border crossing of any border in the world. More than 10% of all border crossings that occur in any one day occur in this one place. And we were out on the lines, and this is what we found. So.
At the San Ysidro border, Customs and Border Protection officers are on the lookout for suspicious travelers and vehicles waiting to enter the U.S.
At nighttime when it gets dark, that's when you get a lot of the illegals. They'll hide in the back of SUVs, and they'll put the windows tinted really dark so you can't see inside. That's when we'll approach the passenger or driver, ask him to open the door, and you can see inside. That plate, I don't know, I saw that from farther, but that plate's fake. That's not a real plate. Hey, Garza, you know what? Hook him up, bro. I'll take him in.
For the registration?
When I saw the plate, the lettering wasn't right. Once I got a little closer, I noticed there was it's actually a cardboard.
Here, Gino, taking his stuff.
It's a 45. You got a body under the seat. Can you hold this up? It's gonna come down on her head.
Yeah, we just found a body under the seat. It's your head, dude. I don't want to squash your head.
Well, we got to get her out from underneath the seat there. We can't keep her like that.
She's kind of stuck.
Is she okay like that, Gino?
She was really close to the muffler. She's complaining about maybe her back being burned. We're gonna take a look at her, and if she needs medical attention, they're gonna take her to the hospital.
Anyway, that's obviously cut down from what really happened, but these kinds of things happen all the time. I could spend the next hour just telling you sad stories of situations. I am going to tell you one, though, just because it was so amazing. A husband and wife and 2 children, they were illegal. Their children were not. They were born in this country. And they were driving near the in the Detroit area, or I'm sorry, northern Michigan, near the border. And somehow they took a wrong turn and they wound up in Canada. So now they had to come back. I mean, they were in America, they made a wrong turn, now they're in another country. They had to come back, they were discovered. And he was taken into custody to be deported, and she's now left with no means of support with 2 children in this country, and he's going back to Guatemala or wherever he came from. And yes, they brought it on themselves. They had been living here for 12 years. And that was the situation. But it was very sad to see, because we met these people and all that. So it's just which leads me to my last point before I ask for any of your questions. Yes, we need a major, comprehensive immigration policy from A to Z. That became apparent the day I started researching this, and became more apparent as we did these stories. It is such a complex issue, as you know far better than I, but just from doing this series, it just became apparent that everything we're doing is Band-Aids and stopgap measures, and everybody's doing their best to deal with the problem, but it's got to really be dealt with. So those were my observations. It's a show I was very proud to have done. I'm sorry it's not continuing. I don't own it. ABC owns it. They have no plans to do anything further, just so you know. Disney shies away from controversy, and that's that.